I'm Dawson Schmidt here with the latest stories and developments in this week's Commodity Roundup on Trader PhD. Ethanol exports continue to run at an elevated level due to strong global demand. U.S. Census data showed that shipments totaled 143 million gallons in October, down 3.4% from September, but up 22% from the same month last year. Canada maintained its status as the top importer of U.S. ethanol for the 43rd consecutive month, though volumes fell to a 4-month low at 50.7 million gallons. India was the second largest importer of denatured ethanol during the month, accounting for 20.7 million gallons of the total, followed by shipments to the United Kingdom. Strong production volumes helped drive shipments over the past year. Year-to-date ethanol exports totaled 1.53 billion gallons, up 32% from the previous season. Carbon emission policies in countries like Canada have boosted demand for U.S. ethanol. Green policies in the European Union have led to increased exports as well. And Central and South America has also been a major growth areas for U.S. ethanol markets. U.S. hog slaughter is on track to finish higher for the year, driven by robust domestic and international pork demand. According to the USDA data through the last week, federally inspected hog slaughter was up nearly 1% year to date. In contrast, sow slaughter has declined nearly 2% over the same period. Lower slaughter rates followed a stronger start during the first half of the year. The USDA's quarterly hogs and pigs report in September indicated an adequate supply of market-ready hogs. As of September 1st, U.S. hog and pig inventories totaled 76.48 million head, an increase of 0.5% compared to the previous year. This rise occurred despite continued liquidation in the breeding herd. The data highlights farrowing efficiencies that have offset breeding herd declines, ensuring an abundant supply of market-ready hogs. The industry is now turning its head to the next quarterly report for next week with updated supply numbers and insights into market trends. These figures will help shape expectations for the months ahead. U.S. agricultural exports showed signs of improvement in October after a meager pace throughout the rest of the year. U.S. Census data this month showed that ag exports totaled $16 billion in October. That was unchanged from a year ago, but up 23% from September. The value for bulk commodities was down compared to a year ago, primarily due to pressure from increased global competition and a stronger dollar. For the most part, corn exports have been bucking that trend, with year-to-date shipments up 5% from last year at $11.6 billion. USDA economist Bart Kenner says the high-value exports have been on the rise, with red meat, dairy products, and ethanol also being a part of that total.
In total, high-value products exports were $100 billion, up 4% over last year. Live animal exports were up 10% over the same period last year. Red meat products were up 5% over last year at $16.9 billion. Poultry products down 1% from last year, but dairy products up 1% over last year.
Total ag exports through October reached $142 billion, down from $143 billion during the same period last year. Meanwhile, agricultural imports were up 8% year over year at $177 billion. Thanks for watching. I'm Dawson Schmidt, and this has been Trader PhD.